no, I don't do mountain climbers if I can help it. It is currently December 12th today, and I got Ring Fit, Nintendo Ring Fit on December 1st. So I wanted to talk a bit about my plan to do Ring Fit for the entire month of December. Now, I've already not done Ring Fit for the entire month of December. I think I had like one rest day and then one shoveling day, and I was really sick. So I had one rest day that turned into 2 rest days where I was just way too triggered by smells to do anything. So I have worked out for most of the month so far. And I did get my workout in today, and oh my gosh, there were so many squats. It was so many squats. I'm working on getting fit again because I used to be really fit. When I first got sick, I was the fittest I'd have ever been. And I don't mean the skinniest. I was probably the skinniest I had been since I was a teenager, but I was so strong and I loved working out. I worked out 5 or 6 days a week, and it was pretty intense workouts. And I joined the gym. I belonged to the gym for the first time, and all of that kind of came to a screeching halt when I started to get sick, and I no longer had the energy to do a good intense workout at the end of the day, and I no longer had the ability to go to the gym, because if I went to the gym, I love doing Zumba classes, but like I had to be very careful about where I stood in the room, and even when I very carefully gave myself plenty of space, stayed away from people that were stinky, people would still come by me. And then as people are exercising, their clothes are heating up and all of the fragrances that were in the clothes are released. And I had a similar problem with swimming in the pool at the gym, where the fragrances that people had on their body would form a thin layer on the top of the water, so when you come up to take a breath, like it's just intensified. You're hit with an intensified amount of other people's fragrances. So I could no longer work out in the gym, and I did not have the energy to work out at home, and I didn't have the space to work out. When I first got sick, we were living in an apartment, and we were washing all of our clothes in a little machine that hooked up to the sink, because I didn't want to use the laundry machines that were available to everyone in the building, because they would have everyone in the building smells. So we used something that hooked up to the sink, and then they had to dry somewhere, so they took up the living room, which was the only place where we ever had any space to work out. Before I belonged to the gym, I was the queen of at-home workouts, and I lost most of my weight, gained most of my strength through at-home workouts, but being sick, that wasn't an option. Now we live in a house because we couldn't live in the apartment anymore. I just couldn't. I needed more control over my space. I couldn't handle smelling all the neighbors, and it was too much. So we have a slightly bigger bubble. It would be better for me if we lived in the country, and then I could go for walks in the country and have the windows open and garden without worrying about what the neighbors were doing and when they were doing their laundry. Someday we will live in the country, but for now we live in the city. So my bubble is pretty small, but it's big enough that I have dedicated space to work out. This workout room I am in now, and I gave it a huge makeover, and I love it, and it's beautiful, but I did let it get messy again. So workout goals for the month: work out most of the month, 5 to 6 days a week, and clean my workout room. Those are my goals. One thing that I used to do a lot when I didn't feel like exercising, but I knew that I wanted to exercise, is I'd put on my workout shoes. I find I have a hard time with a lot of invisible things, invisible setbacks, stopping me from doing what I want to do. So putting on my shoes, that's one step. That might be a step too many if I'm feeling overwhelmed. So if I get that done, then I'm a step closer. And then I'll say, okay, I will press play, but I'm not going to really work out. Maybe I'll just warm up, and then that will get me rolling into actually doing the workout. So even when you're not ready to work out, get ready. Just get yourself ready, and if that's all you do, good job. If you do more, excellent. My goal to lose weight is secondary. My main purpose is I miss being strong. I miss being strong. I used to be really strong and I loved lifting weights, and that's something that I'll maybe do in the future. And I had just been getting really like old and weak. Like I've been missing my muscles. It always surprises me how quickly the muscle memory steps in, and how quickly exercises that were so difficult the first day get to be easy, start to make you really feel good about exercising because you feel like you're doing it right. Your body is responding the way it should. And I always forget. Like the first days can be so discouraging that you forget that your body will remember. Your body wants to do this. Your body will get you there. I noticed right away that my body was starting to tighten up. I mean, I still have a lot of weight on me. That's going to take a long time to change, and it is what it is. But the muscles are coming back. The strength is coming back, and that's the exciting thing for me. I like to be strong. I am hoping that improving my physical fitness will improve my health, but it will not improve my MCS. It's not my goal. It would be fantastic if improving my physical health helped to improve my MCS symptoms, but considering that I was in the best shape of my life when I started to get sick, I have eaten a gamut of diets. I have been at my lowest, I've been at my highest, and I've still been sick. So I don't think there's a way for me to move forward and to not have MCS. The only thing that has worked for me so far has been isolation. So this is not my let's get better from MCS plan, it's just my let's be generally healthier. I am starting to feel like if I sleep on my back that I can't sleep on my back because I have all this excess weight that's like closing off my throat. So I don't want to die in my sleep. That's not fair to my family. So we are working on our fitness. I'm homebound, but it doesn't mean my life is over. It just means that my life is in a bubble, and I want to live the best life that I can inside of this bubble. Okay. It is December 29th. I took 2 days off because it was my birthday, and then the next day I put away the Christmas ornaments and decorations, which was kind of a lot of work, and I was still recovering from getting my booster shot. So today is my first day back at it. Excuse me, I have really weird hiccups. It's my first day back exercising, and I am still gonna try not to push too hard because even though I feel fine, pushing too hard can be a problem. It can make me feel really sick, and then I have to spend a lot more time recovering. So we're gonna go back in easy and we're gonna do it. And also today I woke up with a lot of like real get things done, make things change, that New Year's kind of energy, feeling like a January. And so I have been planning on starting counting calories soon because I know it's the only thing that works for me. I still eat plenty of calories, like I still feed my body, but just the act of counting calories helps me make better decisions, make sure that I'm eating enough, and prioritize what kind of foods I want to be putting into my body. I just hate doing it for long periods of time. I wish it was possible to just never have to count calories and still be able to see my jawline again. that's possible. I don't want it to be a huge part of my life, so I don't know that I'll talk much more about it. But that's another thing that started today. So I'm gonna get a workout in, and I'm doing Ring Fit. I don't know how much I can really do without triggering copyright issues. I don't want Nintendo coming after me unless they want to give me free stuff, which they don't. So, and I don't know how much I want to show you me exercising because I'm old man. My knees don't bend that well. My hips don't like to move. So, ooh, okay. Well, I did some side quests. I cleared the whole world because it's divided into worlds. I think I'm on world 8. Just finished world 8. So like after the boss battle, then you clear the world and you move on to the next one. And I made some smoothies. I'm exhausted. I think that was about as much as I could push myself, partly because squats were really hard. I hate squats. Why are there so many squats? And then when I went to go turn off the electronics and put everything away, like the smell of the electronics was hitting me in the face. So yeah, I might need to just take it easy and avoid triggers for the rest of the day. So the usual, but maybe a little lazier. Can you see my sweat? Can you see my sweat? My Ring Fit ring likes to tell me that my sweat is beautiful. Is it beautiful? Today was day 21. As far as Ring Fit goes, it's day 31 of December. My goal was to do Ring Fit all of December, which I was really just meaning 5 to 6 times a week. I don't like to take a lot of rest days because my hardest part is starting over again once I stop. So I like to keep moving. Some of the days were active rest, meaning I shoveled because it snowed. Some of the days I had to take because I have MCS, multiple chemical sensitivity, and things happened. December is always a hard month. There's not a lot of sun, there's a lot of stress, and there's a lot of new smells coming into the house with Christmas presents. And this year I had to go to the DMV and had to get my booster, so I lost some days for that. So really I'm totally okay with only doing 21 days out of 31 days on Ring Fit. I feel like one of those days I did, but they lost it because I didn't go through all of the tips after stretching, but that doesn't seem fair. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, I started at the very beginning because we just got it and I cleared 9 worlds. I just started the 10th world today. Today I did some side quests and some levels, and then I battled the boss, and then I just kind of felt like going because I'm planning on taking tomorrow off because I feel like I kind of need it. Plus I need to work on some house projects and I have a hard time like doing everything at once. Anyway, just wanted to talk a bit about what I liked about Ring Fit while I was thinking about it. And one of the things that I like about it is that it really incentivizes you to keep going. A lot of the times when I'm going through like picking out a workout for the day and looking at how much time it'll take, and I'm like, I don't know if I have 20 minutes in me to get to that. I don't know if I have 40 minutes in me to give it to that. I don't know if I have 40 minutes in my day. But with Ring Fit, like, you just do a little bit at a time and then you can decide if you want to keep going or if you want to stop. I don't know, I'm so husky. I'm tired. I'm gonna go have a post-workout shake after this and probably rest a bit and drink more water and then lunch. Anyway, I really like that it incentivizes you. It makes it a game. They have other things in Ring Fit that I haven't explored because it's not along the storyline, but if you wanted to have a specific type of workout, you could build it that way and not do the storyline. That's one of the things that I don't like as much about Ring Fit, is that you end up doing the same exercises a lot. Not throughout the whole game, because the exercises that you do in the beginning have very low stats. So you're gonna want to swap them out as you get exercises with better stats. But then that means that you end up using the exercises with the best stats the most often. Unless, you know, you are like me and you get mountain climbers and you're like, I'm not even gonna look at the stats because I don't want to do mountain climbers. No. Mountain climbers, I hate them in general. I've never been very good at them. But then the problem of doing mountain climbers that I've noticed, like across the e-workouts, is that the system doesn't recognize them very well. So not only are you doing them, but you're not really getting points for them. So no, I don't do mountain climbers if I can help it. But everything else I'll do. They do a lot of squats. Ring Fit, maybe less squats. I know that squats are great for your body, but there's not really a good way to make it every other day so that you're not doing squats every single day. And I realize that, you know, squats activate a large muscle group, that it's not the end of the world if you do some squats every day, because you're getting up and sitting down every day. Like, you're using those muscles every day, even if you're not exercising. Anyway, I would like there to be a tone down the squats option. One thing that there is a fix for in the game, but I haven't used it, is you need to be careful when you're doing an exercise, you're battling a monster, and the monster is almost out of health. So you want to choose an exercise that isn't like a work one side then work the other side, because otherwise you end up like doing the first side a lot, and then you defeat the monster, and then like the next time you do that exercise you start from the same side. So it would be nice if they could switch the side that you start from, so that you are getting a more balanced workout. I suppose it helps that it always starts on my less dominant side, so I probably am getting balanced out just from general use. What else do I like? Oh, I like that it also incentivizes really working on your form, because if you are in a monster battle and you're doing a pose and you're doing a twist, but like your leg is moving, you're not rock solid on your legs, then the twist doesn't hit as hard. So you have to do more exercise in the long run if you're not like effectively using your exercises, because in Ring Fit you battle through exercise, and like your exercise conjures some like spirit muscles that kick the monster's little equipment behinds, because they're all based off of workout equipment. Yeah, and then there's fun mini games. I like the mini games for the most part. Some of them I do not like as much. It's fun, and I can honestly say that I feel stronger and more fit after it. As far as weight-wise, I started and then I went up and then I went up again. I weighed in this morning and I am down almost 2 pounds from the last time I weighed in. So all in all, I'm up a pound over this month, which I'm also okay with, because I wasn't doing exercise before. So I'm dealing with gaining muscle, and also it's Christmas, it's my birthday. I've got things going on. And like when I am sick, sometimes we don't make super healthy eating choices, because the best thing for me is to not have food prepared in the house. So it is what it is. I also have not been paying any attention to my calories, counting my calories, until 2 days ago. I started calorie counting a couple days ago. Still like giving myself a good amount of calories. Like I think I've got like a goal of a 300 calorie deficit, because I'm not looking to shred it all immediately, because I know that that doesn't last. Like that's not sustainable for me, and I enjoy food, and also like I want to work out, I want to be healthy, I want to be strong. I don't my goal isn't to be skinny. I would like to see my jawline again. That's one of the problems with making more videos, is seeing my face more often. And I am getting older, and I am getting jowlier, and it's just like another part of my outside that, can I do anything about it? I don't know. Like, I can't wear makeup, can't use a lot of hair products. They all make me sick, so I am what I am. So, yeah. The problem with Ring Fit, probably the bigger problem that there isn't really a patch for so much, is just the cost. It's not something that I'm here to say, oh, you should definitely buy Ring Fit, because you have to buy a switch, and you have to buy, not the light switch, you have to buy like the, you have to buy this switch. And we have, my partner is techie. He is a gamer, so we have a lot of tech. But yeah, so you have to buy the switch, and then you have to buy the Ring Fit on top of that. So you're already looking at, like, depending on what kind of sales you got, you're looking at a $350 to $400 investment. And yeah, that's a lot. And then we have separate docks. We have a dock for 3 different TVs, so that's an investment, and I heard that the price just went up on them. So money-wise, it's a lot, and like, I don't have a job anymore because I used to teach in China, and then China said, nope, no foreign teachers living outside of China teaching in China. And so now I don't have a job, so I don't bring in money, so I really don't feel comfortable telling you that you should have this. But if you already have a switch, I think the Ring Fit is a good investment. I think it will really get you excited about exercising in a way that maybe going to a gym or using a treadmill might not. I am excited about doing something other than Ring Fit next month. I'm not going to stop doing Ring Fit altogether. I'm just not going to, at the moment, I'm not going to pick something and do just that. I like to mix things up a little bit. But at the same time, when I'm starting out, having the discipline of doing one thing every day is really helpful, and it takes away a lot of the, what should I do? In January, I don't know what January is going to look like. Are we going to be back in distance learning? I don't know. Kind of hope we are. Kind of dread it, because like, I think it might be the right thing to do, but it's also just so hard. It's so hard. Just mentally, and then I don't get things done because I don't have that time to myself, and I am that kind of introvert where I really need that time to myself. And yeah, no time to clean, no time to exercise, just time to fight with a child about doing her schoolwork. So my daughter is in school for now. She's supposed to go back on Monday, and I haven't heard anything about them planning not to. But I don't know. There's so much we don't know. So much. Am I glad that I did Ring Fit all month? Yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm getting kind of ready to mix it up again and do fun things and do more than one thing, and maybe go back to what I did last February after I got tired of doing yoga every day, because I finished that challenge, when I did joy and strength, and I would do a dance workout and then a strength workout, or whatever I felt like doing that day, which usually ended up being dance and strength because I like both those things. I'm not a great dancer. Another reason why this is not going to be a fitness channel, because I'm not a great dancer. And I like strength. I really like strength, but I also don't want the whole internet yelling at me about my form. So thank you for joining me. And I've got a lot of stuff planned for the future. I'm gonna do some house projects, and oh, the best thing is I promised myself as a treat for doing Ring Fit 5 to 6 times a week, which I'm gonna say that I hit. I don't, yeah, I'd have to really math it out to see if I can count it or not, but I'm gonna say that I hit it because it's close enough. Things happened and I did my best. My treat for finishing it, I told myself that I would make a special sewing project. Something comfy core, which is kind of my aesthetic. Like, I really like pretty cute stuff, but I don't like wearing it. I like things that are comfortable. So I'm gonna make something comfy core that is hopefully also really cute and maybe a little nod to historical clothing. But we'll see. You'll see if you stay tuned. So if you want to stay tuned, there's a button that you can press. It says subscribe, and then you'll see more videos from me. Sorry about that, but thank you. Bye.